If you had to pick one quarterback to not be on the roster come week 8, who would it be? Trey Lance or Sam Darnold?
Man, I don't know. This one's so tough, man. I mean, I could see a situation where they parade Lance. Maybe they even start him just to showcase him, make him look good, and then get rid of him because Purdy's back and Darnold's healthy and they feel good about it. But then I also, everybody's locked in on this 3.5 guaranteed for Darnold. Oh, he has to make the team. He has to be the guy. He has to this. He has to that. I mean, is $3.5 million with the new salary cap that much different than $2.5 million from Sudfeld that they didn't even allow to make the roster on day one? I don't know necessarily. I really could see this going either way. I'll say Darnold, but I don't feel good about it. I don't feel good about it at all. But
I'll say Darnold too. I'm gonna say Darnold too again. I don't think the Niners are gonna trade Trey. And I think it's going to be because of Jed. They never traded Jimmy. They gave Jimmy $137 million. And then they were going to have to trade him for Bupkis. And it was going to look bad. And they just never did it. And I think that's Jed. Similarly, they traded 3 firsts and a third for Trey Lance. Now, I don't know what he's worth. And it's because of not him, because of the Niners, because of how unprofessionally they've handled this situation, how poorly they've handled this kid. Now you're going to trade him for a 4th round pick? Like, I don't think Jed's going to let that happen. I don't think Kyle would care. I don't think Kyle could care less. Jed, I don't think he's going to let it happen. So if the Niners get a 1st round pick for Trey Lance today, I bet they do it. They can't. And I think they're going to just hold on to him forever and he'll eventually leave and they'll get like a comp pick from him or something.
So you think that basically he'll be here not only this year, he'll be here next year. They obviously won't pick up his 5th year option because he never started or whatever.
No, he'll keep him forever.
They'll
2 more years.
He'll be 24 years old, hitting the open market as a free agent, trying to find his way, and hopefully he can revive
isn't that what the Niners do? Isn't that how they operate?
Did with Jimmy.
It's exactly what they did with Jimmy.
Yeah,
and they'll just be like, hey, we still like Trey. Isn't that what they said at the owners' meeting? We love Trey. Our feelings about Trey haven't changed at all. If Trey had played last year, he would have had a great year. And he's competing with Sam Darnold. Like,
in fact, you know what they're actually going to do? They're going to do what the Giants did. They're not going to pick up his 5th year option, and then they're going to try to negotiate a contract for him to stay around as the backup. That's what they'll try to actually do.
They'll keep him for because we like him so much.
Yeah, such a nice guy.
Yeah. So what could happen? What could happen is Darnold starts week 1. Darnold wins the competition. Kyle is just really in his own bag on this one. Starts Darnold. He's awful. Gets benched. Brock Purdy comes back. They cut him. It's like, yeah, sorry, that was I don't know what we were thinking with that experiment, but because they're not invested in Sam Darnold. They could give it a shot. If it works, Kyle's a genius. If it doesn't, on to the next one. You know what I mean? With Trey, they're invested. Jed's invested. Jed's not invested in Sam Darnold. Jed's invested in Trey Lance. So the Niners can dump Sam Darnold whenever they freaking feel like it. And Jed, I don't even know if they have to tell Jed that they did it. They could tell him next week, the week after. Hey, by the way, Sam Darnold's not on the team anymore. Really? Oh, yeah. I don't care.
Oh, you read it in a press clipping just like everybody else. Yeah. I think a lot of it also comes down to May what was the point of these owner meetings? Did they accomplish anything at all other than
players can wear number 0 now?
That's cool. It's
really cool. Super
so happy that happened. Yeah. But now that that's happened, supposedly in May, they're going to reconvene on the rest of the rules, including the 3 quarterback thing. So maybe they just switch the rule. They either give you a 54th player or I don't know. I don't know how they're going to do it, but maybe they'll just keep all 3 and neither one of them are gone. But man, if I had to bet, like I said, I would say Darnold, but obviously very reluctantly.
Yeah. Mike Mosley says, I hope for Trey's sake, they trade him hopefully to a team that will meet the Niners in either the division or the Super Bowl Trey wins. Another reason they're not going to trade Trey. Jed is obsessed with the narrative. You trade Trey, you can't control what happens next in Trey's career. If you keep him on your team, you can. You send him somewhere else and he becomes good, you look even more incompetent as an organization. You look like the most incompetent organization of all time. You thought hiring Jim Tom Sula was embarrassing. That's nothing compared to you trading Trey Lance for peanuts on the dollar after giving up everything for him, and he turns out to be great. Fire everyone, including Jed. So yeah, it can't happen. I'm telling you, they're not going to trade him. That's my prediction. Jed won't let it happen.
Yeah.
Jed's insecurity won't let it happen.
Maybe.
Sorry.
Maybe that's.
Am I going to get fired for calling Jed insecure? I can call him insecure, right?
Maybe.
Vicky says Trey Lance will be traded before preseason. Okay, we'll see what happens.
Okay.
We'll see. Official BNA Music 88 says if Kyle and Cabo Gang say Sam Darnold should start, I better not hear a thing about the Super Bowl roster being wasted. Just say it's Dame time. Dame time.
Why do the Blazers always got to catch strays over here? I don't understand it. Come on, man.
Come on, man. Tyler says I have to go Sam because every team knows who Sam is as a quarterback. He can't make proper decisions. I mean, Sam might not even be in the league next year. Like Sam is hanging on by a thread.